What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome, this is Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I, so we talking to y'all. Yes, now, I know you guys are familiar with the story with the girl from Ukraine that was on a train with this black man. Yes, so, Iriana, something like that, Zaruska. Now, I personally want to talk about this story because there's some holes. Major holes. But I don't want to come to that conclusion. I just want to see if y'all see what I see. Because some things ain't adding up. Some things are not adding up in this actual video. Now, personally, I understand when that shock factor's out there and we get to paint a community with a broad brush, and then when it's time to write legislation, we could be like, remember the girl on the train? Yes, that's why they do these things. That's why they do these things in order to vilify a specific community. That way they can do something later, like write legislation. Yes. So I've seen a couple of videos where in this one you're going to see they don't show the stabbing, right? They don't show the actual attack, right? But I've seen the actual attack. But there's key. Am I going to show you the actual attack? I don't know. I will have to go find it. But there's a reason why they don't show you the actual attack. They try to frame it as, oh, it's so gruesome. Oh, we don't want to show that for the camera. But it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't. But I do want to go down and break down this video frame by frame to see. Now, I got one eye, so I may be seeing something different, but help me out because you might see the same things that I've seen. So let's go into the full video of DeCarlos stabbing. All right, so he's sitting here, right? He's pondering. He's like, man, what am I about to do? Ah, shit. Look at him, talking to himself. He's talking to himself. Now, there was some studies that came out saying that he had called the police months prior to this about some type of mental breakdown, and he heard voices in his head telling him to do stuff, right? Even with his sister, I guess his sister understood that he was going through some type of mental episode, right? After this incident. So everybody's trying to be like, all right, well, this wasn't like cold-blooded murder, right? He was just a crazy guy, right? He was locked up previously. The judge let him out because he misused 911. And now you got all these people that's ready to rally behind the judge. Why did the judge let him out? Now this Ukrainian girl got killed. He should have got life in prison for misusing 911. Yeah, that's how they think. But yes, it's evident that he may be mentally ill. He's talking to himself or he has an earpiece. I don't know. But right now his lips is moving and nobody's near him.
This stop is Stanley Park Station. Please exit right.
Oh, looking down and out. This is, okay, this looks like the point where he's like, he knows he's about to do something. But do he really want to do it? All right, here comes the Ukrainian girl. She walks in. Look, hold on. She walks in and immediately sits in front of him, right here. Why, if she's such a worried individual, which she just fled Ukraine, right? It's a war-torn country, right? Russia's over there bombing the place, so she has to be protected, right? Why put your back to anybody? Anybody. You got seats right here. Look. These seats are right here. She could have sat with her back to the bus, but she didn't. She decided to sit right here, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue. So she's on her phone, just texting. He's sitting there, just watching. Okay, so they clip to a different view, right? Right? Now, mind you, why do they have so many different views and clipped together like some type of episode? Like we seen him up close, then we seen the door with her coming in, walking in. Like, can we like do a FOIA request for all the other cars on this train so we could piece it together like this video here? Because I'm gonna show you something at the end, and I want to know, why is this footage just highlighting these two? Okay.
Please stand clear.
Now,
Doors are closing. Train is about
this
to
is where it
move.
gets interesting. So the Ruska girl, right? She's just sitting there, looking around. Now look, watch what DeCarlos did. Now, this is something key. I want y'all to pay attention, because my one eye caught this shit. Watch what DeCarlos do. DeCarlos opens up a knife, right? Little pocket knife. We seen him open it. But watch what else he does. This is the point of the attack, where they will not show us. They won't show you. It is so gruesome and violent. Oh my goodness. You shouldn't want to see. Now watch this. So we have DeCarlos, right? He pulls the knife out, right? Look, blade is open. Open. He clearly opens this knife up. We see it. But look what he also does in the same motion. He closed it. I'll bring it back. Hold on. I'll bring it back. DeCarlos. Hold on. Bring it back. He opens the knife and then closed the knife. One more time. One more time, DJ. He opens it right there, and then he closes it right there. Which makes sense, because if you've seen the full video of the actual attack, the way he was like, making it look all violent, and then knocks her hat off, it made sense that he had to secure the blade before he accidentally cut that girl. Yes, let's continue. Now, this is this part that I was trying to debunk when the story came out. Now, you see all the blood, right? Y'all see the blood dripping, right? Drip, 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 right? Now, if you seen the video of the actual attack, how fast he so-called stabbed her, right? Mind you, it was supposed to be a slice of her neck, right? Like even the police report stated that he stabbed her 3 times, right? Three times. Well, I've been stabbed before. I don't know if you've been stabbed before, but when you're stabbed, the blood does not accumulate on the knife, not the blade, not like that. Not to the point where you're walking around and dripping blood like a cartoon scene. No, not at all. That's only in movies. When you stab somebody, the blade will go in and the muscle tissue will clean that blade on the way out. It will wipe all blood free on its way out of that wound. And it wouldn't be dripping of blood like this. No, it wouldn't. That's not a thing. This is not a thing. Especially if you see the video of the actual attack, there was no blood up here. None. Not on her, not on her chair. Let's continue. All right, look at this guy. This guy's looking, right? Now look at this guy. Hold on. Let's bring that back. Because look, Because this is how they trying to get us, right? This is how they try to get us. Look at this guy. He sees the blood. And then he looks at him. And then he looks back, right? He looks back, right? Everybody's starting to notice DeCarlos, right? They like, oh, what the fuck this motherfucker do? Look at this guy's demeanor. Watch him. He sees the guy coming towards him, so he steps out the way, right? Right? He let him go by, right? He's looking dead at him like, damn, bro, what the hell did you just do? Right? And then he walks over here. He's walking to the back. Look where he's walking to. Look where this guy is walking to. He is walking all the way to the Ukrainian girl. Look at him. He is there. Look, he's back there. What is he doing? Please, you tell me what this brother back here is doing. What is he doing? Mind you, the Ukrainian girl's back there, stabbed, bleeding out, right? Right? We see the other video of a bystander coming to help her, right? The guy with the green shirt. You're going to see where he came from. Bruh. So, there is this guy back here. He's just walking around. He has no care. He's not worried. He doesn't see a dead girl back there bleeding out. He's not even tripping. And he's back there. Now look at this guy. Look at this guy. Okay. Now bam. Watch him. Look at this guy. This is the guy. Him. He's the guy that noticed the Ukrainian girl. And he went to her rescue. Right? This motherfucker came all the way from the previous car. The other car. The car next to this one. So that's why I'm asking. If we got footage like this, to where DeCarlos and the Ukrainian girl have their own episode, and we got face shots, zoom ins, all the type of headshots, everything, all different angles of them. Why we can't have the angles or the footage from the other cars? I want to know what this guy was doing before he walked all the way back there to find this dying Ukrainian girl. What was he doing? What was he doing? I'm about to show you something. Mind you, that guy that was standing here, he's already back there with no care in the world. He's not crying, screaming, oh my God, look at this lady. This guy, he's the one that actually makes the scene. But pay attention what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He is stepping over the blood. Y'all remember when the story came out and everybody was talking shit about the passengers in the back that was sitting around the Ukrainian girl? They were like, why aren't they doing anything? Why did they let that happen? We should find them and arrest them too. Why? They didn't do nothing. They didn't see nothing. They were chilling on their phones, minding their business. But this guy, he happened to see blood on the floor. He walks right past DeCarlos. He walks past him. He didn't even do nothing to him. He could have did a citizen's arrest. He could have knocked him out. No. Instead, he want to step over the blood and walk his happy ass all the way back there to worry. Let's continue. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. All the way back there. Mind you, remember our other guy. He's still back there doing nothing. Watch what happens when this guy get back here. Look at him. This is the guy that finds the rooster. He sits down. He sat down. Look at this guy. Watch this. This is key. This is about to be key right here. Right here. Look at all these people. Watch DeCarlos. Keep an eye on DeCarlos, right? Keep an eye on him. No pun intended. You're going to see DeCarlos turn his head. And he's going to be conversing with somebody right here. And you're going to see a hand. You're going to see a hand somewhere here. A hand is going to grab this rail. And they're going to be conversing with DeCarlos for a little bit. Let's see. Okay.
This stop is East West Boulevard Station. Please exit right.
Bam. Who was he talking to? Who was he talking to? Who was DeCarlos talking to? Hold on. One more time. One more time for the one time.
Boulevard Station. Please exit right.
Who are you talking to? Now, I'm going to show you something. Before we continue, before this hand comes here, right there, there's that hand. That's who he was talking to. That's who that guy was talking to. Bro, hold on. Let's bring that back. What does this guy look like to you? What does he look like? This guy, this bald-headed brother right here, what does he look like? He look like a cop to me, personally. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm half blind. But this brother looked like a cop. He looked like a cop. Watch what this brother does as he continues to walk down this aisle. For some reason, after conversing with DeCarlo, bro, you can fool me if you want to. I want to see the footage from the other car. I think these two motherfuckers were talking. Yep. DeCarlo's turned, said something to him, and then the cop started to walk. Watch what the cop does. He steps over the blood. What? Wait. What? Hold up. Because remember, we're speculating, right? We don't fucking know if this is a cop, right? Okay. The motherfucker stepped over the blood after looking like he was talking to DeCarlos, right? The motherfucker steps over the blood, right? Now, remember, watch this. Okay. This cop makes the third guy that walked past DeCarlos, right? You had the guy in the green shirt who found Zaruska girl, and then you had another guy in the backpack with a hat, right? And then the cop. Okay, you're going to look at this window or out this door. Look out this door. Keep an eye at this door. Keep an eye on this door because DeCarlos just walked out, right? DeCarlos walked out and he's going that way. He's going that way. That way. Yeah. Watch what this cop does. Instead of arresting DeCarlos or going out the same door as DeCarlos, watch what this cop and the previous guy with the white shirt and the backpack does. Just watch what they do. This is fucking crazy. Look at it. I'm about to get to that guy in a second. Watch this. Right here. Look, he's talking to him. Right? Okay. This is the guy. Hold on. We're going to bring all this. So the guy right here. Remember this guy? He was the guy that walked out after the guy in the green shirt. He came out before the cop. Right? Him and the cop just walked out this door. Right? Now, for some reason, remember, this guy and the cop was in the same car. How does this guy have more information than the cop? I don't think he does. I think it's all we're going to get that later. But watch how animated this cop gets. He starts to run after DeCarlos. Crazy. Hold on. Watch this. Look at this door. He's going to start running. Right here. Oh, where you going? I heard you stab somebody. Even though I just seen you and talked to you and walked past you and stepped over the blood, where you think you going? Bro, hold up. Hold on. We ain't done. Hold on. We're going to bring this all the way back because this was a very, very important part of the story. This right here. Because a lot of people said, oh, the racial element behind this story. DeCarlos said that he got that white girl. He stabbed that white girl. Well, let's listen to see if he actually said he stabbed that white girl. Mind you, he is talking to somebody, either this guy sitting down or somebody over here. And he does say something about stabbing a girl. But does he say this white girl? Let's see. He said, I stabbed this girl. Hold on. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Hold on. I stabbed this girl. The guy says to him, hey, bro, you leaking real bad. He's like, huh? He said, you were leaking real bad. Like, I know I stabbed this girl. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. You leaking blood real bad, bro. I know I stabbed this girl. Huh? What did you say? I didn't hear you, fam. You did what? You stabbed who? Wait, say that again. Say that shit again. You stabbed who? He didn't say this white girl. You got the Piers Morgan of the world. You got all these people talking about, oh, yeah, we got video footage of this guy saying he stabbed that white girl. He never did. I'll play it one more fucking time for y'all. Hold on. One more time. Let's bring it back. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. Come on, turn it up, DJ. Real quick. I'll give you some more value. Let's see.
Yeah, what?
I stabbed this girl. I stabbed this girl. I'm sorry. Y'all not gonna fool me. Y'all are not about to fool me. So let's get back. Hold on. Let's get back to the footage. Because remember, we're gonna play this right here. We're gonna play it right here. For when the cop walks out, or the security guard, or the brother with a shirt tucked in. We don't dress like that unless we're at work. Let's see. This is the part that messed me up, right? Y'all seen it just now. You got the two guys running, right? The timing of these guys who came from the previous car. Remember, this makes five. This is 5 motherfuckers that came from the previous car. The previous car. To go all the way back there. To see what happened to Zaruska. 2 of the 5 went outside. The alleged cop and the other dude with the white shirt and the backpack. The other 3 ran all the way to the back to her aid. My question is, how the fuck did the last 2 see what happened to her? And if they did, why the fuck did they wait for the train to stop and for the doors to open and for DeCarlos to be able to walk out before they reacted? Watch this timing. While these people were over there vilifying all the brothers and the sister and that black girl in the back seat who was sitting right next to the situation, they were just minding their own business. They did nothing. Yeah, they didn't stop DeCarlos. They didn't try to help the girl. Yeah, you're right. They did nothing. Nothing. But if these 2 motherfuckers that you're about to see, if they witness this stabbing, why did they let DeCarlos leave the train? Carlos is gone. Here he comes. Where he going? Here's another one. Where are they going? All the way to the back. Look at him. All the way to the back. Listen. What? What? Hold on. Bring that back. Listen to him. Oh my God. What happened? What do you mean? Oh my God. What do you see? You mean to tell me you ran all the way back there? All the way. Bro, you ran all the way back there and said, oh my God. As if you seen what was going on from all the way here. As if you seen what happened from that car here. But you did nothing. You did nothing to this guy who was standing right here. He was standing right here. So you mean to tell me you let DeCarlos leave The cop steps over the blood. The Carlos walks to the left. You run. Ah! And somebody's following you. Oh my God. What the hell? Look at them. They don't even go out. Look, hold on. This is the kid in the backpack. Why you don't run out to come down here and chase the Carlos? Bro, y'all got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. There is no way in hell that you will have that kind of reaction to something that you deem to be egregious, abhorrent, violent, and you did nothing when you were here. You did nothing. I'm sorry. Why is this happening? If all that animation happened outside when the train stopped, bro, they ran all the way down there as if they seen the stabbing. They all seen the blood. Why the fuck did y'all let this man leave? Y'all got me fucked up. We're going to play it one more time. Step over. The Carlos walks out. The cop goes out. This motherfucker runs and worry. Oh my God, he's behind him. Here comes the cop chasing after the Carlos. Where do you think you going? This motherfucker finally makes it all the way back there as if the Ukrainian girl's his home girl. He just knows that something's wrong. Look, now he takes over for the guy in the green. And it's just all a fucking joke, bro. Personally, if you ask me, I think it's a psyop. Personally. Don't have no proof, but I don't know. I just know how the country acts when they want to do something evil. And to me, this spearheading of legislation to try to make sense of why you want to pass certain laws, they can't make sense of some of these laws. But if they tie an event behind it, yes. Oh, the community be like, please, take my money. Do what it takes. That way we would never have another Zaruska again. Really. And that's the problem, that we won't even sit back and analyze some of these situations. We would just take it as face value. Oh, yeah, he did that. I know he did. He had to have. And then when I'm asking all these questions, like, okay, mind you, this happened weeks before Charlie Kirk died. And today, we have no funeral. No, I still haven't seen footage of this girl's funeral. I haven't. Every time I ask Grok or somebody, they would say, oh, yeah, you can go and look at the memorial. There's a lot of pictures of the place by the train station where the situation happened. I'm like, yeah, well, where's her funeral? Because if you do some research, they would say that her dad, he's busy in Ukraine fighting the war, right? So he couldn't make it to her funeral, right? So I'm like, all right, you got all these people here that is emotionally invested in this case, right? So there should be some type of virtual funeral for those people to enjoy, right? To at least attend. And then there should be some kind of footage for her dad who could not make it all the way to the States, right? No, there's nothing. Nothing. There's no pictures, no casket, no pallbearers, no video, no nothing. So I ask, what happened to this girl?